Hey, yo, last chance. Go on, guys.
Let's go.
Fuck you guys.
Roll out. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12.
San Francisco Police Department. That's the traffic officer. I'm ordering you to get out of the street off the sidewalks. Unpermitted march, creating a traffic hazard and a public safety hazard.
You're the public safety hazard!
Subject to arrest.
Fuck you! Fuck the police! Fuck you guys! Fuck you! Nothing but terrorize young people of color!
They're coming from that way on bike.
You to stop killing us and harassing us! Shut your bitch ass up, nigga! You don't listen to me when I fucking speak!
Go, Queen.
This is our fucking street!
Go on, Queen. Go
We
on.
run this fucking street!
Come on.
We run this fucking street! We run this fucking street! We run this fucking street!
Creating a traffic hazard
This
and a
is
public
our
safety hazard.
fucking street!
You're the fucking hazard, you bitch.
You're a public safety hazard! The fucking road! These are our fucking streets!
The police are
Fuck the
a
police!
safety hazard.
Fuck the police!
Y'all about to terrorize. Okay, let's keep going.
Careful, Kay.
I got her. Don't worry, I got her.
So, I don't know if you're just tuning in. We're at Laguna and Geary, San Francisco, and the cops just fucking attacked us. And they fucking crushed legal observers. I don't even know what the fuck just happened. All I know is all of a sudden we were being fucking beat with batons and pushed over and fucking trampled on. So, that was fucking wild. I don't even... What set them off? What set them off? I don't even fucking know. Like, they just started fucking beating us.
And no, they started arresting people for no fucking reason.
They definitely grabbed a few people. Some people were pulled away. I don't... Are you guys okay? Are all of you? Where's the other one?
Back there. He seemed a little rattled.
You work 3 jobs, raise the kids, says JB. Just because you did that, that doesn't mean that it's like, doesn't mean that it's right. I don't like, I don't think you should have had to work 3 jobs. Fuck that.
You got joiners. We're just holding with some joiners. Yeah!
Someone is joining the march. Yeah, yeah.
La policía. La migra, la policía. La misma porquería. La migra, la policía. La misma porquería.
No, some countries, like, they even have free childcare.
La migra, la policía. FTP.
Fuck the police! I think that everyone should have a free handout for existing. Yeah, that's what I think. You know, I've worked for every single damn fucking thing that I have. At the same time, just because I fucking work, that doesn't mean that other people shouldn't have shit. That's a crappy attitude. If you want to see what that leads to, you can watch my streams about the homeless. Who are real people suffering on the damn streets. Because people like with attitudes like what I had of, I've worked for my shit, so you can't have any if you don't work. People with attitudes like that are the reason why those people are homeless and suffering. Fuck that.
Slow lyrical vibe. Fuck yeah, dude. What's up, though?
When you coming outside, that's what we always asking each other, right?
Yeah. I love that.
When you coming outside.
Why the fuck should people want to work, heaven sent? Who the fuck is making the damn money? Why should people want to do that? Why should people want to enrich other people?
Yeah, and you can't.
This is the first time in a long time they're doing it again. Okay. That's Fred Williams.
Yeah, I remember when they killed him right. I think a black over there.
Yeah, it seems the entire community seems to hear about it. It's so sad, someone who is known. And then we're also demanding justice for other children that were killed by the sheriff, like AJ Weber, Anthony Vargas, Andres Guardado, so many names.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So too many names.
Yeah.
That's why we have to do what we do. We have to keep the pressure up now. George Gascon is voting in, so we need to listen to us, you know?
Yep, exactly.
We go.
Well, if I know whenever you guys are coming out, let me know. I'll join you.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, we have a chant where we say, out of your home,
Nah.
into the streets.
Fuck rich people. Fuck them all. Abolish the rich. Abolish the fucking 1%.
Andres Guardado! Andres Guardado!
I bet you don't even know anyone who's actually rich, who's actually wealthy. And I do, and your idea about like them working so fucking hard, you don't know shit. All the 1% people I know, they're never gonna work a damn day in their life, while you champion hard work so they can get wealthy. They're fucking landowners, motherfucker. Landowners. Landlords. They got wealth. You don't got wealth.
Black women!
You're just talking them up
Black women!
while they profit off your suffering.
Black women!
She's hot, she's strong, take me to the streets, so she comes home.
Don't give me that B!
B, I got your B, I got your B.
Don't give me that L!
L, I got your L. I got your L.
Give me that M!
M, I got your M, I got your M.
What's that mean?
Black Lives Matter!
What's that mean?
Black Lives Matter!
Give me that B! Give me that L!
L, I got your L, I got your L.
Give me that M!
M, I got your M, I got your
Now,
M.
what's that mean?
Black Lives Matter!
What's that mean?
Black Lives Matter!
Try something different. How about give me that F?
M, I got your M,
No, give me that F.
F, I got your F, I got your F.
Come give me that T.
T, I got your T, I got your T.
Come give me that P.
P, I got your P, I got your P.
Now, what's that mean?
Fuck the police!
Now, what's that mean?
Fuck the police.
Now, what's that mean?
Fuck the police!
Nice.
Yeah.
I said, give me that F.
F, I got your F, I got your F.
Come give me that T.
I got your T, I got your T.
Come give me that P.
P, I got your P, I got your P.
Now, what's that mean?
Fuck the police!
Now, what's that mean?
Fuck the police!
Now, what's that mean?
Fuck the police!
FPP.
Fuck the police!
FPP.
Fuck the police!
FPP.
Fuck the police!
FPP.
Fuck the police!
Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Fuck 12!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Fuck 12!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Fuck 12!
Fuck 12, fuck 12, fuck 12.
So give me that B. Come give me that L. Come give me that M.
I got your M, I got your M.
Now, what's that mean?
Black Lives Matter!
What's that mean?
Black Lives Matter!
Through Imperial, and then we went to the station.
Okay.
So now we're all here.
Hey, let me give me the D. Let me do it. Hey.
As it should be,
Fuck 12! The cops locked the bathroom.
Yeah, we did it before. The one if you know it. It was good.
We're getting spot on Friday. We just were chilling yesterday, so we're like, yeah. That'll be good.
Like high treason? High treason? Like
of death? Like that's like the idea.
This is what happens, like, this is like what happens afterwards, like, people being people stand around and talk. NASA was 100% state funded. Interesting.
Yep, it's the same guy. I know it's
Powered by Nazi technology.
they really are really bad at their own options.
Jose Werner Braun and who was other rocket scientists? Yep, people being peaceful and people. Quality.
Achieving women's empowerment is an important goal precisely because it is all-encompassing. It is a massive commitment that demands we critique society as a whole as thoroughly as we do ourselves. The first step to actualizing positive change is to understand the scope of what's being undertaken. To that end, we need to remember that the struggle for women's rights isn't an isolated event. It's not frozen in time, confined to one era, or owned by one group of women. Women's empowerment is a dialogue that occurs across generations, marked as much by ordinary acts of individual bravery as by mass movements and well-known figures. It belongs to all of us, and to that extent, we are all equally entrusted with its care. It is inherently, necessarily collective. And perhaps even more than that, it is cumulative. The modern struggle for women's empowerment has built off of its previous successes to continually evolve into a better, more daring version of itself. Conversation with the past, acknowledgement of women at any level, personal or societal, informs our understanding of the present. Being young and navigating this world, it is hard for me to understand myself as a this point. What does this mean for us now in 2021? To me, it means that we need to get struggle for empowering the future generation. As a young woman and an activist, what I've noticed about the women's struggle is this. We have the benefit of a community because we share universal experiences. Every woman has lived as a woman and knows what it means to be a woman. My subset, the younger generation, will struggle to institutionalize the things that we want to be because we don't have the benefit of collective knowledge. A shared desire for change is nothing without shared resources devoted to achieving it. Personally, I think that women mentoring other women is essential to women's progression. As a younger person now addressing an older generation, I'm asking you to bring us into the fold. You have the expertise and know-how. You have the drive, energy, and dedication to get involved. What we need, and especially lower-income women, women of color, and differently able women, etc., is a starting point. We need real pathways to opportunities that bring young women to the forefront of organizations with the power to affect change. How else can we really institutionalize respect for the feminine unless we just women embrace each other at an organization? Unless we engage in a systemic attempt to elevate women's personal autonomy. As a senior at the college where I host serving on student government, as chairwoman for the campus life committee, chief of staff for our executive council, an ambassador, academic advisor, vice president of the Football Club, and women's soccer team captain. And having volunteered with organizations like What the Vote to make sure that high school seniors are registered to exercise their democratic rights, mentoring has become a valued part of my role as a leader. Mentorship transforms the relationship between women from adversarial to collaborative. It brings to light bonds that we've been trained not to notice or to actively ignore. Every day I work, play soccer, and attend classes with girls who are struggling to find their own path. And whatever help I can provide, I will. I owe it to younger women to be as compassionate, understanding, and supportive of them as my mentors have been with me. There is too much struggle experienced as a woman for us to be adding struggles among women. I won't compete with women who are already born competing, who are already compelled by the nature of the system they were indoctrinated into to fight every day for equal access, equal opportunities, and equal rights. I won't do neither. I won't participate in a system that narrows the confines of femininity and punishes those who express it too neatly or not well enough. I will uplift women. I will recognize in them something that I hope they recognize in me. An individual, personal stake and pride to the fate of the community. I refuse to see my own individual pride to the community. Let's create links between us. Let's help each other unlearn the biases we've internalized. Let's refute misogyny by creating new norms that reflect our values. But most importantly, let's not fight in isolation. I'm encouraging women out there who are in positions of power to use your status to help bring up young leaders into those same positions. Consider mentoring a girl you know personally, or invest your time in the ongoing efforts of existing mentorship programs like Girl Talk, Step Up, or the Hope Mentoring Program. Take 10 minutes today to look online and see what's available. Turn your concern for our youth into tangible change for your life. To the young women and girls out there who are interested in activism but unsure about their claim to power, I tell you that self-doubt is burdening each day. I am frequently unsure about my rights and my position within the women's movement. My perspective, after all, is limited by the narrow parameters of my own life experiences. But I'll continue working because I owe it to myself, as much as I owe it to every woman, to contribute that perspective to a more comprehensive whole. I'm surrounded here today by amazing women, and I'm happy to be surrounded by them because seeing one woman achieve success in a crazy pursuit brings that pursuit into the realm of possibility for us all. There is no meaningful individual progress without collective progress. There is no meaningful advancement without universal advancement. That means that we rely on the accomplishments of those who came before us to expand our own consciousness as women. We are constantly creating and recreating our own boundaries to the effect that what is feminine is as variable as we want it to be. And that's why, to me, the struggle for women's rights isn't just a fight, but an opportunity to push womanhood to the breaking point, to grapple with that conflict, and to help something new emerge from the synthesis. Barriers to that process are artificial yet intentionally imposed. Young, hesitant women listening, I promise to continue breaking them down for you, if you promise to help me once you get here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kaya. That was amazing. Next, I want to welcome up Rosina Machu, a senior at Boise High and accomplished track and cross-country runner. She's a former refugee from Ethiopia and was a first-time voter this year. Not only did she vote, but she helped turn out 100 of her peers with her work with They Vote and What to Vote. Rosina! Awesome. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Petra, for the introduction. My name is Rosina Machu, a senior at Boise High and a former refugee from Ethiopia. I am also a research generation college student. I'll be attending the Maggie University. It's an honor getting the opportunity to come out here today and get to speak at this incredible event. It's been a long and crazy year for me, as it has been for everyone else. In the midst of the pandemic and the election, I hear from many of the people combating racism have been voicing. They say there are not enough people of color for it to be a problem. In 2020, I, like many of you, was a first-time voter. I want to share my voting story with all of you. It was the Thursday before the election, last day early voting. I went in before cross-country practice. It was the last practice before state, so I wanted to get it done quick. As I entered the building, I saw a sign saying you need some form of photo ID to be able to vote. At the time, I didn't have my I asked the check-in clerk if I could. Luckily, I knew that wasn't true, and I knew that I could sign an affidavit and still be able to vote. So I told the check-in clerk, and she didn't know what an affidavit was. So the check-in clerk was her colleague who gave me a form to fill out. As I was filling out the form, I forgot that I read.
So this is Compton, the gazebo of Compton. The gazebo reporting live from the gazebo Compton, precious child. Yeah, Compton, Los Angeles. Compton is an incorporated city within Los Angeles, within the county of Los Angeles, and they actually have a deal with the sheriff's department. And the sheriff's police the city of Compton because Compton signed an agreement with them. Compton used to have their own police department, which had some major issues, and as a result of those issues, they made a deal with the sheriff's department to police them. It's not working very well, as you can see. I myself am out here and other people are out here because the sheriffs are corrupt and murderous, and there's no accountability for them. The mayor of Compton herself, Aja Brown, was pulled over by the sheriffs last year. I think it was July, and they were like threatening her, I believe, and like tossing her car. And she's like, "I'm the fucking mayor." It was ridiculous. Anyways, and they can get away with it because they're the sheriffs. Troll Sayer says, "I appreciate you. I live the Constitution. I like it if everyone would read and memorize it." Yeah, you know. Unfortunately, the Constitution's just a piece of paper, and means jack shit if the people don't don't give that piece of paper value. You know, I myself have been subjected to numerous unconstitutional activities by the police, unlawful detainment, infringement on my own freedom of speech, infringement on my right to assemble, so on and so forth. And the police get away with it because the way our society has developed, it's okay. It's okay. I do stand in general for constitutional rights, and yeah, but they're nothing. They're nothing unless people give them meaning and value. You know, I'm out here today for the rights of the murdered, and for the rights of myself, and for the rights of the people that live here. And unless people do things like stand up, like look, they're standing. They are standing. They were walking, standing, walking. Unless people do shit like that, then rights schmites. Our rights don't matter unless people assert their rights. Yeah, those three were sitting. Yeah, they're it's still pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I gotta fight in the courts. You know, there's fight in the courts, fight with our wallet, stand in the street. I'm not gonna say fight in the street because politicians were saying that recently, inciting riots and violence and shit like that, and I'm not gonna fucking do that. But we can stand there, standing. Step one, take a step. Courts are ran by ultra-conservative dimwits. Yeah. If government officials refuse to follow the laws, we have a duty to revolt, says no one.
Sandmeyer, my amazing friend, and to which this event would not have happened. My name is Carrie Stenek. Yes, I am an Army combat veteran, also a firefighter and fire investigator for the Bureau of Land Management. I also serve as the Vice Chair of the Idaho Veterans Wellness Center and the Vice President of the Idaho Regional Veterans Network. Like so many of us watching, I have faced obstacles. Some perceived and others not. I'd like everyone watching to think of a time that you were challenged in your professional life. How did you make it through? Who helped and who hindered? 11 years ago, I found myself sitting on a pallet of water looking up at the stars from Bob Leatherneck in Helmand Province, Afghanistan. I had been serving as a gun truck commander for several months. I was trying to collect my thoughts and process what was happening. I was preparing to call my mom to tell her that I had just found out I was under investigation for Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I knew when I enlisted 3 years earlier that as a member of the LGBTQ community, I was taking a risk. However, I truly love my country, and I have always felt a calling to serve. I was relieved of my leadership position, and with months left of my deployment, I can honestly say I have never felt so alone. But I need to take action. I need to make a decision. The military intended to have me serve the remainder of my deployment, and with only 3 weeks left in the Army, after getting back to the United States, they would give me an other than honorable discharge, a reduction in rank, and a loss of my benefits. As I stood across a table of investigators, mostly full-board colonels, I was asked directly if I've ever had relations with someone of the same sex or intended to. I knew right then and there, don't ask, don't tell, never exists. I was directly asked, and on my integrity, the only answer that I could give is I seek legal counsel. I do not know where I would be today if it weren't for that conversation that I had with my mother, who I am lucky enough to have standing here with me today. We agreed to find an attorney to go public if necessary, but to all.
From the mother to the child, I say, where is your fire? I say, where is your fire? Can't you smell it? Coming out of our past, the fire of living, not dying. The fire of loving, not killing. The fire of blackness, not gangster shadows.
Where is our beautiful fire that gave light to the world? The fire pyramids, the fire that burned through the holes of the slave ships and made us breathe. The Father made guts into chitlins. The Father took rhythms and they jazz. The fire sit-ins and marches that made us jump barriers and boundaries. The Father took street talk and sounds and made righteous impulse tech rats. Where is your fire? The torch of life, full of Nzinga and Nat Turner, and Fannie Lou Hamer, and Martin, and Malcolm, and Mandela. Sister, 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 brother, 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 come, 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 come. Catch your fire, don't kill. Hold your fire, don't kill. Learn your fire, don't kill. Be the fire, don't kill. Catch the fire and burn with eyes that see our souls walking, singing, yeah, building, laughing, haha, learning, yes, loving, yes, teaching, being, hey, 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 young, young, young brother, hey, 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 young, young, young sister. Here is my hand. Catch the fire and live, 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 live. For Dustin, live for Brandon, live for George, live for Brianna, live for Tamir, live for Nina, live for our siblings. Cherish your fire, please. Don't ever let it burn out. Don't let anyone blow it out. Always remember that your fire and rage is righteous and justified. Remember that our flame is fueled by love and compassion, and the oppressor's flame is fueled by nothing but pure hatred. We will douse their flames and make way for our fire to rise and burn down this racist ass system. Thank you. Now, this will be a space for anybody who wants to speak. If you want to say something, anything that's been on your mind, something that you're angry about, something that you want people to listen to, come on, brother. Come on, brother. Woo! Yeah.
Music man.
Mic check over here.
Mic check. Music man.
Let me see.
Testing. Okay, good to go. All right. I know it's cold out here. We're all freezing our bleep off. But yeah, there's something I gotta say here. Something that bothered me 13 years ago. And this is a little story I want to tell you. It's something that happened to me because 13 years ago. This was during the Obama election, mind you. At that time, I was racially profiled. When I used to live down south in North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, mind you. One night, it was me and me and a few other friends. I won't say an exact number. Me and a few friends. We was having some drinks at a bar and all that, and a random person came up to me. He just came up to me. And you know what? Get ready to boo on this. He had a Confederate flag tattooed on his left arm. Boo! Okay, hold on. Let's all boo together. Ready? Together, now. Boo! Very good. But yeah, it was terrible. He came to me, and you know what he said? He said this, and I quote, "I wish that niggers like you and President Obama and other black people never existed." That came out of his mouth. And the first thing I wanted to do was just get up and kick his motherfucking ass. Because I wanted to beat the fuck out of that motherfucker. But I did something a little bit better than that. I just got up, got back into my car, and drove home. When I got home, I was crying like a big baby. And then afterwards, I called my father and told what happened. And I told him, Dad, I need to move the fuck out of North Carolina because they fucking prejudice out there. I mean, it didn't happen right away. It happened like about 4 years later. But when I did move back up here, I was not only happy, I was excited, and I felt like I belonged right back where I am, you know. And I gotta tell you, how many of y'all have lived or been down south? How many of y'all? Okay, all right. And y'all know that there's still presidents down there, and they still got Confederate flags. Am I right?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you, if I go back down there again, if I see a Confederate flag down there, my ass is out of there. Because I cannot stand the racial issues that's still going on right now. Because, and I don't mean to be religious or anything like this, but God loves all His children. It don't matter what color it is. He loves all His children. Amen?
Amen.
All right. And I just want to say this. Don't let nobody, and I mean nobody, steal your damn joy.
Period.
Can I get an amen on that one? Amen. Come on, somebody. Y'all can do better than that. Come on. Amen. Come on. I mean, I feel like preaching up here, but I don't want to take too long in preaching. So I just want to say, if somebody racially profiles you, and if you want to beat somebody up, just do the right thing, walk away, and avoid like jail time and all that. Am I right? Because God knows we can't afford to go to jail at this moment. And that's just what I want to say to all of you. And because prior to this, I have not told my story until the Black Lives Matter movement came out last year. And that's what got me to tell my story again. And I'm still going to keep telling it and keep telling it.
Yeah. As you say.
Because I'm not going to let nobody stop me from telling it. Because I was going to tell my grandparents that night, but I didn't want to tell them because I didn't want to scare them. But eventually, I did tell them what happened, and they were a bit upset. Not at me, but the situation that happened that night. So just keep me all in your prayers, and let's get this thing going. Amen. Amen. Let's go, somebody. Oh, by the way, my name is Chris, by the way, just to let y'all know.
Thank you. Thanks, Chris.
Good afternoon. I said good afternoon. We can be loud in this, right? If we out here in this street, we marching for change, right? Well, let me encourage y'all. While we marching for those who can't be out here with us. We marching for those who want change. So I encourage y'all all. Stick with what y'all stand for. Don't let nobody discourage y'all. Because me, I'm going to march for change. You know why? Because I'm doing it for the people under me. Those who cannot march. So I encourage y'all. Y'all keep going. Y'all keep up the good work.
Thank you. Anybody else? All right. Period.
What's up, everyone? Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for everyone who came out. I'm not really good at public speaking. You might remember me. Maybe I'm in block all the time, but I have to get some shit off my chest. Anybody there last Monday, MLK, a few days ago? Were y'all surprised?
Yeah.
Because all these people sitting at home acting like they're scared to catch COVID, scared to march, all these excuses so they can stay in the simulation. Because they don't see what we see. Growing up, we know the history. They don't teach us the right facts in school. We have to learn it ourselves. We act like terrorists on Monday marching for MLK peacefully in a public park on the sidewalk. Were we terrorizing anybody? Tables are turned. Tables are turned. People seeing the real. They're seeing the NYPD, all the police, all the imperials, all the white supremacists for who they truly are. They try to cover up. They try to put up these fucking statues so you can look up at the fucking statues. In the Confederate States that only had 4 years, they want to remember that shit forever. They want. Nah, we tearing that shit down.
Here. There you go.
You think it's a coincidence how they came at us with the fucking barricades? I'm gonna call it what it is. That shit's attempted murder. I saw a woman the other night with her head, back of her head, busted wide open. It looked like fucking October 31st. It looked like I walked in a fucking Halloween store. You think they give a fuck about us? You think they give a fuck if that lady died or not? They would have covered that shit under the rug like they always do. They cover up all the shit they do. And when you find out, they attack. Growing up, I watched the news all my life. Watching mainstream news, I watched European news, I watched everything. They have a 1 hour segment, ABC, mainstream media, right here, Times Square, ABC, all that, Good Morning America. They try to show you an hour-long special of how my black brothers and unjustly innocent, and they put them on death row. They want to execute them when they're innocent. And they do the research, they get the lawyers, they reopen the case, they open up all the files and find out that they're innocent, and they still kill them. And that's in the 90s, that's in the 2000s, that's in the 80s. That shit's still happening. They try to act like this country is progressive, this country's for the people, liberated, a land of the free, the American dream. What fucking dream? It's a false dream, it's a false reality they're trying to sell.
Okay.
They just want to make those special so you watch them. So middle America in the South, so they can see they plant some little weed, they plant a little cocaine here and there. The war on drugs, fuck that shit, man. They want to sell ads with the tears of the black families and the brown families, the indigenous families that they murdered, that they killed, the souls that they steal. They worried about fucking Soho. They're worried about Bezos, about the glass that they're gonna fix the next day. They got money to fix all the glass in New York City, but they can't pay for the souls that they stole.
Yes!
They can never pay for that shit.
Thank you!
Mike, check. Say his name.
Dustin Hicks!
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 Give me a second, y'all, as I was checking news headlines before I came up here. But I'll read to you guys the news headlines that were released about Dustin earlier this afternoon at 1:28 p.m. The first line of this article reads, at 1:23 a.m. on Saturday, the Trump administration finishes 13th and final execution. Dustin Hicks, a black man who had been scheduled to die on Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, was put to death while suffering from COVID-19. Dustin Hicks was just executed hours ago. Trump has been executing people since July of 2020. And he made sure that before he left office, he did as much hurt as he possibly could do to the black community.
Yeah.
That was intentional.
Shame!
Shame! Shame! Shame! Shame! So, I just want you guys to think about what has been happening right under our noses, right under our fingers, right in front of us. Just because the orange man is no longer in office does not mean that the damage that he has done is not repaired. Just because Biden Biden and Kamala are in office does not mean that the damage is now repaired.
Real talk.
I'm going to tell you guys something about Biden and Kamala. How many of you know that Biden has been a senator for longer than some of us have been alive? How many of you know that Biden was a chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee in the 90s? How many of you know that Biden has enacted so many laws against black people to keep us down and out and is now the president? How many of you know that Kamala Harris is a former law enforcement officer?
Hey, that's how many people she executed.
Kamala has a history of sending black people, especially black men, to jail for minute offenses, but she's now our vice president. Guys, if you thought we had a problem with the Trump administration, we've got 2 people in office right now that we've got to keep a close eye on. I'm going to say this right now, but if y'all think that Biden has truly got an agenda, Biden is a closeted racist. Keep an eye on who you have in office.
Do your research.
They can say they're quote-unquote progressive, but they've got 4 years to prove themselves right.
100 days.
124.
To prove themselves right. Because not only am I watching, but I know that y'all are watching. I know that the community that has been so deeply hurt by the previous administration is watching.
Yeah.
There's no reason as to why Justin Higgs should not be with us right now. There should be no reason as to why Justin Higgs was suffering from COVID-19 when there was legal disparities in his case, but he was still executed. There's no reason as to why the Supreme Court was complicit in Trump's execution spree.
Yeah.
There should be no reason as to why we have to come out today and have an action in remembrance of Justin Higgs. There shouldn't have been a Justin Higgs.
Right. Cool. Tell him. Tell him.
You've got work to do, y'all. You've got work to do. So I'm going to transition real quick and give you guys some notes before we take off and I pass this back over to our lovely organizers tonight. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Biggs. Nice to meet y'all. But I'm also bringing to you guys some safety tonight. All right, we're a small but mighty crowd. Okay, so we need to make sure that every one of us keeps ourselves safe tonight. Where are my allies at? Allies, raise your hand. Take a look around and take a look at those allies. All right, allies, you can put your hands down. Thank you guys so much. But y'all got a job tonight. If you got a black or brown person next to you, take a look at them. Look them dead in their eye. All right, allies, if you notice that you've got a black or brown person next to you, make sure you get that person's name. Your job is to protect them tonight. Do you understand that, allies? My check? My check? My check? My check?
Really?
So as we take to the streets tonight, I ask that the allies protect black and brown lives tonight.
Woo!
We've experienced violence from state actors. We've experienced violence from non-state actors. We've experienced violence from our own people. And I'm not tolerating it anymore.
Come on.
With that being said, do we have any medics here tonight? Do we have anyone here tonight with any type of first aid, CPR, AED, anything of that sort? Okay, please take note of these people. For those of you who have been out with us, what is our universal signal for an emergency? If you see that signal being put over someone's head, you follow that person and you now point to where that X is being signaled so that someone can come over and bring that person some assistance. We do not have a lot of bikes tonight, as you guys can see. There's several of us that are on foot, but we also have bikers. Please, 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 follow the directions of the organizers and the people who are out here to keep you safe. Please, guys. If I'm forgetting anything, please yell at me right now. All right. So, with that being said, guys, let's have a safe march tonight. Let's make some noise. And let's remember Justin Hicks. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Fuck the police.
Alright, back to safety precautions. I wear all allies to the front, please. Can I have all allies to the front? Well, I guess that's not the front right now because we turned it back around. But once we do, I want you guys to the front. And anybody who knows they can have a risk of getting an arrest, please go to the front. That means once you're in the front, you can't run. Okay? Can't run. I don't want to see y'all running. I want y'all to see. I want to see true protection of our black and brown bodies here. Thank you very much. Yeah, so, sorry. Let's get a move on. What do we want? Justice! And when do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! And when do we want it? Now! If we don't get it, burn it down! If you don't get it, burn it down! If we don't get it, burn it down! If Dustin doesn't get it, burn it down! If Brandon doesn't get it, burn it down! Oh, shit.
Bikes to the front! Bikes to the front!
My brain is dead. Bikers to the front, please. Thank you.
Yo, one time, y'all give it up for Ella. Ella came back outside, man. Y'all give it up to her, yo. She put this shit together, yeah, one time, Okay, where's my burglar at? Traffic cool too. Really nice.
When do we want it? Now! If Dustin doesn't get it, burn it down! If Brandon doesn't get it, burn it down! If Corey doesn't get it, burn it down! If Malaysia doesn't get it, burn it down! If Nina doesn't get it, burn it down! If Tony doesn't get it, burn it down! And if we don't get it, burn it down! And if we don't get it, burn it down!
These racist cops have to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops they have to go, hey, hey!
Got Thizzle in the front here. Thizzle's not streaming, he's running bike security.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! Ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go, hey, hey! people.
Say his name. Say his name. Say his name.
Justin Hayes.
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 Justin Hayes.
Justin Hayes.
We don't get it.
Burn it down. If we don't get it, burn it down. If we don't get it, burn it down. Get it. Burn it down. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. What do we need? Now. If we don't get it, burn it down. If we don't get it, burn it down. If we don't get it, burn it down.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the
Ralph.
ground.
Every city, every
just like
town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
Every city, every town.
Burn the precincts to the ground.
I don't know what you've been told.
I don't know what you've been told.
These racist cops have got to go.
These racist cops have got to go.
We are here to burn it down.
We are here to
And run these racists out of town.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
I don't know what you've been told.
I don't know what you've been told.
These racist cops has got to go.
These racist cops, they have to go.
We're gonna burn this system down.
We're gonna burn this system down.
And run these racists out of town.
And run these racists out of town.
I don't know what you've been told.
I don't know what you've been told.
These racist cops has got to go.
These racist cops, they have to go.
We're gonna burn this system down.
We're gonna burn the system down.
And run these racists out of town.
And run these racists out of town.
I don't know what you've been told.
I don't know what you've been told.
These racist cops has got to go.
These racist cops, they have to go.
We're gonna burn this system down.
We're gonna burn the system down.
Run these racists out of town.
And run these racists out of town.
I don't know what you've been told.
I don't know what you've been told. revolution. No good cops in the racist system. No bad protesters in a revolution. We have the power. We have the power. We have the power. We have the power.
Good shit earlier. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Burn the precincts to the ground! Burn the precincts to the ground! Burn the precincts to the ground!
Burn the precincts to the ground!
Burn the precincts to the ground! I'll be kicking over those big boots. Burn the precincts to the ground!
Like this right here. This guy down. You know
Dustin Higgs! Dustin Higgs! Dustin Higgs! Dustin Higgs! Dustin Higgs! Dustin Higgs! Dustin Higgs!
racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. These racist cops have got to go.
These racist cops have got to go. These racist cops have got to go.
These racist cops have got to go. These racist cops have got to go. These racist cops have got to go. These racist cops have got to go. These cops have got to go. These racist cops have got to go.
These racist cops have got to go.
These racist
Cops have got to go.
Abolition now! Abolition now!
Not tomorrow now.
Abolition now!
Not tomorrow now.
Not tomorrow now!
Not tomorrow now.
Not tomorrow now! Not tomorrow now!
My hand has not gone in my pocket once.
See this officer's
You just
hand
said
next
it
to his
was
gun is getting a little fidgety.
I don't have my hands in my pockets.
This officer's hand next to his gun is getting a little fidgety right now.
Fidgety?
Are you talking to her or us?
You talking to me?
No, I'm not being detained, right? And if I am, then I need to speak. I need to speak to an attorney.
Can you please step out of the road?
No, you told me she was being detained, so I'm trying to get out of your way.
You can step on to the sidewalk so you're safe. Thank you. Excuse me, ma'am. She's being detained right now. For my safety,
Would you
can
like
please
me to
step out of the
You don't need to be so close
She's
to me.
being detained right now. Who's being detained?
I am.
Okay, is that
Why is she
what
being detained?
Listen, we're going to do it again. You're all going to be subject to arrest. If you get too close to my officers.
detained?
I'm not. We're just standing here.
I'll talk to you over there.
Back over here. She's committed a traffic violation.
You can just tell me. We can speak right here.
I feel safe. I feel safe with them here.
That's great. They don't get to be this close to the officers.
Okay, wait, let's back up. We're backing up. Our hands are up. Our hands are up. We're not a threat. We're on a sidewalk, a public sidewalk.
Could have struck you.
Oh, really? Because y'all were just doing that. You sure?
We struck you?
Are you sure? Yes, you did. You did. Actually, you did.
All right.
I hope you're getting this. You struck multiple people.
I have them all on
Actually.
video.
Okay, I'm talking about him.
Does anybody need a paramedic? Does anybody need an
Fuck you,
ambulance?
first of all. You don't give a shit about us. I mean, you guys were the ones that we were the ones who did it. Y'all were the ones who came at us sideways.
Need any medical attention?
Maybe you shouldn't have done that in the first place.
That's not an answer to my question.
Maybe you
need any
shouldn't have
medical
done that in
attention?
the first place. You weren't worried about my safety when you were pushing me and shoving me.
So why is she being detained, though? That's the question. What has she done?
Because he doesn't believe in freedom of
She already
press.
knows. Ask her. She's been very well informed.
First of all,
My
don't
feet
be
were
such a
touching the
bitch about
road
this.
that had no cars on it.
Second of all, you guys are targeting us. That's what you guys do. You guys don't like when we chant Black Lives Matter. You guys don't like when we use our First Amendment rights. You guys do everything in your power
If you're
to
giving her
destroy
a citation or whatever because she's in the road and you have a whole bunch of officers who are obstructing the road right now, don't you think that's a little backwards?
Shouldn't she think about
She's on the road for one. She's on the sidewalk, when she can very much be on the sidewalk.
Shouldn't she be worried about your cops literally abusing their power and attacking us? Shouldn't she be worried about that, sir?
How about you call her little buddies over there to get off the fucking street?
Can everybody get out of the street, please? Everybody out of the street. You gotta give us somewhere to go.
Can you guys back up?
Yes.
Can you back up? Back up, please?
Yes, we
All of you. Back up.
I can back it up. I back it up all the time.
Please take your hand out of your pocket.
Oh my god, you think she has a weapon?
I don't know if she has a weapon.
Look at this!
Look how many cops you have.
Scary?
Are you really that scary?
Super gonna pull a weapon right now.
Yeah,
That
let me
would be
choose
the
a profession
smartest
that
thing.
puts me in fucking danger and be a bitch about it.
I mean, y'all are the ones with weapons. Y'all are the ones who are going to attack us, if anything.
You're literally out here in riot gear and you're scared?
Right here.
And this is his lieutenant.
This is
He's a
fucking
bitch,
thing
that's
one
why.
and thing two.
Something like that.
He said it in his fucking sidekick. Y'all just love it.
Why are all the officers on the road? That's a damn good question.
Why? Yeah, I don't understand. If it's really a
You guys were obstructing traffic when you guys were pushing us and fucking trying to get us to do all this fucking crazy shit for what?
Actually giving me a photo right now. This is hilarious. Y'all are fucking acting.
Y'all nothing better to fucking do.
They're fucking y'all been after me all day. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, jaywalking ticket. Y'all scored today. Big catch on the line, right? Wow. Big catch on the line.
Fighting crime. What a big crime you just fucking
How much money is being spent on these fucking 200 fucking officers
You guys feel protected
standing
and
around?
served? Does everyone here feel protected and served by this jaywalking ticket? Y'all feel safer now?
Jaywalking.
Y'all feel safer now that my feet are apparently not, where they're supposed to be or such shit? Yeah, jaywalking, or what is it going to be? Obstruction of traffic. What are you citing me for, Sawyer? Pedestrian in the roadway.
You got 82 pedestrians on the roadway right there.
I thought pedestrians were right away outside. Did I not fucking
sign up on your grass too, dumbass?
Just take your hand out of your pocket.
My hands are cold.
Do you want me to search you? Is that what you're asking?
No, I don't. I said look, there's nothing there.
cold.
I didn't say search. There's nothing in there. Like you can see.
It's cold outside. She can put her hands in her pockets if she
People
wants
tell me they don't have stuff on
Okay,
all the
but
time.
I don't give a
I can't just
There's
take your
nothing
word
in there.
for
You
it.
can see. There's literally. She showed
Maybe
you.
check yourself.
She showed
Check your fucking other officers.
You literally, how many
outside
weapons
there.
do you have on? You have a gun? What else do you have?
Can I check your pockets? I'm afraid you might have a weapon. I don't feel safe.
I'm not detaining you.
I'm detaining you. Citizens arrest. Harassment. I would like to citizens arrest Sergeant Ortega for harassment.
Yeah!
All day long, I've been telling him he makes me uncomfortable and to stay away and stop talking, and he's followed me like a stalker. Can I citizens arrest him? I also saw him standing in the road, and I know that's a really big crime. Citizens arrest for pedestrian obstructing traffic. Can I do that, Ortega?
Now we can't say anything. That doesn't count as a mask, by the way.
This doesn't count as a mask?
No, it doesn't.
It's
It's very ineffective.
Thank you for being concerned for my health.
I'm concerned for my health.
You should keep worrying about me.
Y'all pigs are contagious.
I mean, shit. If you look at the right
You don't have the right to identify me in front of everybody's camera. Thanks. Can I have that back now? Thanks.
I'm getting a citation for this on the
I wouldn't sign that shit.
They're going to arrest me if I don't sign that. I don't want to go with this motherfucker. You're a bitch.
I'm fucking done with these people.
Wow, much time has been fought. Jaywalking. Wow.
So I'm no longer
protecting the community.
You are no longer detained.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're free to move anywhere you want.
I feel so safe.
I'm sorry. I'm not walking
so
the
safe
streets.
in
Y'all
the
are blocking
city.
the sidewalk. Y'all are blocking the whole motherfucking sidewalk. So where the fuck am I supposed to go, motherfuckers? Get out my way. Fuck you. Fuck out my way.
Okay, we're 93.
All of us. You guys are fucking sure. Literally don't have anything else to do.
Fucking feeling hella important. You're gonna keep the chain.
I thought you guys were supposed to like fight crime and shit. What do you need, the fucking Batman symbol? Like, go do something else.
They are the crime.
They are the fucking crime.
The terrorists of San Francisco.
Yeah, because you won't arrest your fucking homie that pulled the trigger, will you, huh? Your coworker?
Yeah, where'd August go? Y'all took him off the line?
Why did we turn off the line?
Thank you.
We just saw the lieutenant and the sergeant both turn off their body cameras. Still in the line of work.
Yeah, I think we're here for this bit. For sure. I'll just get your phone number.
White supremacists,
Yeah, y'all
cowboys,
gotta
they're all here in their little uniforms.
The Proud Boys aren't here because they couldn't
They are
get
here.
across
This
in
is them. These are the Proud Boys.
The Proud Boys.
These are the terrorists of the fucking country.
Hey, Lieutenant, how many of your little minions here were at the fucking the Capitol?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you ID them? No, I'm talking about your crew, your KKK crew. I'm talking about the clan here.
Yeah, y'all have fanboy behavior flying all the way to D.C.
Are you guys all on the no-fly list? All of us either?
I'd like to detain you for questioning. Where were you on the night of January 6th?
Please. I want to know.
Discourse, but I mean,
on the no-fly list, I'd like to know you shouldn't be traveling anyways, but I know when at least all these.
How much money?
Thank you so much.
Statistically speaking, at least one of y'all had to be there. Are you not ID white?
Yeah. Well, what's interesting, and I don't know that but like, it's really
You roll with that crew? Or do you just allow it?
So people have been in the road all day, and for some reason they decided just to randomly give a citation for it. We can also see their own officers have been standing in this road for about an hour now. So you can see how the rules are different for who you are.
Yeah, we know about that.
Because you know all these other people, if you're on this side, would beat your ass too, Mama. Let me tell you.
They don't give a fuck about you. Are the fucking women equivalent of fucking child marriage?
Citation for JP. That is so stupid.
They've literally been on me all day.
I don't fucking.
They wanted to just do something.
I don't doubt that at all. They had to do something today. Because beating people weren't enough, huh?
That'll own the loads.
No. I'll get a hold of him on that. Thanks.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to kind of show force, you know? They were... It's like an intimidation tactic.
Hey, now I just got a call from Sergeant Pascal about, I guess now they want to change the whole platoon at once. Okay, did he give you direction on when he wanted you guys to do it? I think he wants to remove O'Neill's platoon at once to get them back to swings. Okay, thanks.
Huh?
We have paparazzi. It's nice to. It's nice to have a business. We do want to thank you for being peaceful with us when you come out here, so we very much appreciate that.
Then why did you guys beat people up?
I didn't beat anyone.
The other officers did. Do you have an email? I can send you footage of it. Oh, you only want your footage? Okay, I'm gonna disengage. You don't have to talk to me there. I'm pressed. Here's my badge. I'm just doing what my First Amendment allows you. But yeah, you said I was your fan club and this other smarky comments. Is that what you get paid for?
Thank you.
Do you? Okay, thank you. I was just here to listen to your conversation, not get antagonized by you, but thank you.
Yeah, I called out August a little while ago when we got back here. He was on the
Yeah, that's the lieutenant. Lieutenant.
We're allowed to talk about that.
Yes.
How horrible.
Man, you're being detained. Just take your hands out of the
Off 203, 108, 106, get mobile.
You guys can see how antagonizing they are. We're just standing here recording them.
Why are you making eyes at me like that? That was
They tried to escalate situations.
Why don't you just raise your eyebrows and
Burn it down! 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 Burn it down!
Yeah, I have my hydration pack. I've been taking sips. I need to catch my breath before I sip again. NYPD, maybe? No. At first look, they were those were uniforms, but then when I got closer, it looked like it wasn't. Yeah, aren't those great, Molly? No peace!
No peace! No peace! No peace!
No peace! Shit, she's getting hit at the back. Ninja's right here, Molly. Oh, you mean the race? Yeah. Ninja's way faster than me. That's why I give him shit that he's that I'm faster. I'm fat as fuck. I'm losing weight though. Isn't that cool, guys? I'm 100 pounds down from my maximum. I got up to 350 at my heaviest. I'm like 240 now. Still too big. I want to get down to like 170, to be honest.
Look, guys, this is the Bank of China.
Oh shit. Bank of China, that's cool. So there's cars in the back behind the bicycle lane, and it looks like they're honking, having a hard time understanding that black lives are more important than their fucking wherever they gotta be right now. Fucking Christ. It's the same out in Portland, man. Bullshit. Fucking white privilege at its best. I got a canasta game to get to. Right? Two, three, four black people. People, get louder. They want justice for black people. Woo. For black people. What do you mean? What do you mean, Paris? Did you see me on another stream or what happened? Thanks, Kismet.
We want justice for black people. We are the people. Say it louder. We want justice for black people. We are the people. Say it louder. We want justice for black people.
You know, Joan, I don't know about having any hanging skin if I get down to that weight. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. How about that?
We are the people. Say it louder. We want justice for black people. We are the people. Say it louder. We want justice for black people. We are the people.
Look at you, Opal.
We want justice for black people. We are the people.
I wonder what's going on over there. If that's a response to us or what? But they're right by Times Square. Oh, cool. Yeah. That's funny, Matthew. Yeah, it's funny because now we get that experience. We've been watching the ICE protests up until like 3 in the morning, so I can relate now to what it was like for you. Say it louder for black people. So far, everything's good. I don't see any medic calls. I haven't seen anyone hold the X over their head, you know what I mean? But we're keeping an eye out. I'm focusing on that. Medicing comes before streaming, to be honest.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Fuck 12!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Fuck 12!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Hey, Christina. Fuck 12! Slow in the front, protect the back!
What's going on here?
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets!
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets!
Our streets! Our streets!
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets!
It's so cold, guys. Even with all the marching. Usually by the time we walk this far, I'm like overheating. Burn it down! But right now I'm still cold and we've been walking for miles.
Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it down!
Burn it down! Burn it down! Burn it down! I just have a hydration kit, sorry. This is your fight too! This is your fight too! This is your fight too!
This is your fight too. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe black men will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that men will win.
So up to my left here is the Fox Media Building, I guess. The Fox News Corporation, I guess, is what it's called. Fox News Media. Fuck Fox News! 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 Fuck Fox News!
Oh man, the best media out here.
Yeah, okay. Oh, this is the Rockefeller Center right here. Holy shit. This is the Rockefeller Center. Fuck the Rockefeller family. Fuck inherited wealth. I don't know what the final destination is, Opal. It seems like... I don't know the streets here, obviously, but I've been taught the system. It does not seem like it, but I could be wrong. Because I think we're going up. I think we're going past... Yeah, I think we're going further away, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, a lot further. We passed it, yeah, that's fine.
Like, are we going more north right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is cool because we get to experience a whole different part of the city that we haven't been in yet. Oh shit, that's a flashing. The Empire State Building is still white?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Let's see if we can see it in the crack. All cops are bastards!
All cops are bastards! All cops are bastards!
It's right there, Empire State Building.
That's the one? Holy shit.
That's an old ass building, that's Empire State Building.
Oh shit. That's cool. Yeah, ready to see music.
Justice, no peace!
Get extra sick.
No peace! Take it to the street. No peace. No justice, no peace. Fuck 12. They're switching hands. Yeah, for sure. It's important. The heavy thing is there's this gimbal with the monopod. Okay. Yeah, of course. That's good. You feel safe enough that we don't need the giant cone for the cars. That was a close call, but it seems like it's pretty, no antagonism so far towards us. Other than that, those couple cars that raised a bit of a concern for us. No peace! Police! No peace! No peace! No peace! Police! Now! Now tomorrow now! Not 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 tomorrow now! We'll be the people united. We'll never be defeated. We'll never be defeated. We'll never be defeated. United. We'll never be defeated. United. We'll never be defeated. The people. United. We'll never be defeated. The people. United. We'll never be defeated. United. We'll never be defeated. United. We'll never be defeated. The people. 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 United. We'll never be defeated. United. We'll never be defeated. The people. 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 United. We'll never be defeated. 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 United. Justin Higgs is he was murdered by Donald Trump in the state through execution of lethal injection hours ago. Justin Higgs was murdered by the state.
Murdered by the state. Hours ago.
United! People united! We'll never be defeated! 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 You got my baby here. We'll never be defeated! 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 We'll never be defeated!
You still live here. Liar, liar, gentrifier. Black people used to live here. Liar, liar, gentrifier. Black people used to live here. People used to live here. Liar, liar, gentrifier. Liar, liar, gentrifier!
That's what they're operating on, is the sense that this was given to them by God. That the land of America, yes, was given to them by Jesus specifically. The belief that the expansion of the United States was divinely ordained, justifiable, and inevitable was used to rationalize the removal of American Indians from their native homeland. In the minds of white Americans, the Indians were not using the land to its full potential because capitalism has turned out well, right? And as they reserved large tracts of unspoiled land for hunting, leaving the land uncultivated. It was not being cultivated then, the land was being wasted again. Americans declared that it was their duty, their manifest destiny. This is why they won't shake loose. They feel like this was their God-given right to come and colonize the land. To remove people that did not exceed their standards, that had different cultures, different languages, different points of view. And I want you cops back there to hear this too. You thought you were entitled to be violent with your people, and you're not. You thought you were entitled to come up and kill people that looked like they had strife, like they had turmoil within them. You do not. You do not have the right to kill anybody or to value anybody's life over another. You need to understand that. So, not surprisingly, the most active supporters of Manifest Destiny and proponents of Indian removal were those who practiced land speculation. Land speculators bought large tracts of land with the expectation that the land would quickly increase in value as more people settled in the West and demand for that Western land increased. As the Western land was admitted into the Union, it would consequently increase the value. So these guys, bless their souls, right? They think they're trying to save us.
That's a certain term too.
I have a very dry sense of humor, and Alice Cooper gets it. Yeah, they think that this is beholden to them. They don't know any different. So when you go back to your communities, especially those of us that grew up in rural communities where religion tends to play a heavy hand, take these conversations back to them about Manifest Destiny, because it's still a theme even today, right? ICE, immigration, all of that came down to the simple belief that we were exceptional as human beings if we were white Americans, but that you didn't belong here if you were any other skin color or if you spoke a different language. That's not even close to what I believe a creator or a higher power would ask of American people. So when you go back into those communities, if you ever have to visit home, which I try very hard not to go back to Southern Idaho ever, but it is one of those communities where I grew up hearing the rhetoric that white people were superior to black and brown people, and that this land was given to them per God, per divine intervention. That's why it's so hard for them to shake loose. That and the fact that they're just plain ass racist, right? When you've been taught by generations before you, by your ancestors, that this is yours, that you have a right to it, it's gonna be hard to shake that shit loose. But it's not okay. They can't continue to erase us in a genocide, to colonize us, even to this day, and get away with it. So I don't know, I know that these conversations are uncomfortable, nobody wants to have them, but if not you guys, if not me, when? Right? It's 2021. We just had a fucking uprising in the Capitol building because of this stuff. Because of white supremacy, because of racism. I don't have the heart in me for that shit to continue. I cannot watch more trauma porn. I can't watch another Native American on TikTok filming inside their home that's dilapidated. You can see the sheetrock is missing. They've got plastic over the windows, and you know they're freezing in their home back on that reservation. You know that the conditions are subpar, that they don't have access to food like I do here in Seattle, to good, healthy food, to clean water like I have here in Seattle, because they're living on reservations where the wells are spoiled by uranium, where they've been spoiled by oil spills, by petroleum that has leaked into the ground after the gas lines exploded when there was a leak. Watching these videos, watching a post from my friend who's in his second year of law school at MSU, talk about how he was stalked by the cops a couple of weeks ago. They wouldn't pull him over. They refused to do that. They waited long enough for him to pull himself over after blocks and blocks of like slowly tailing this guy. They came up to his window and said, "We were waiting to decide whether or not we should pull our weapons." He almost became a police martyr that night. Had he not pulled himself over and called them on their bullshit, he'd probably be dead right now. Because they had long enough to run his plates, find out that he was living on the reservation, that his home address is the reservation, to know that he was Native American. And if you want to see some racist shit, go to places like Montana and Wyoming and South Dakota and North Dakota, Utah, and see how they treat their natives. At least here, you guys recognize us. You give us space. You try to acknowledge us and honor us. There are places in this country where that's not happening at all. As we've seen for the videos of women dying on a hospital bed as the nurses laugh at her and tell her that she was only good for having sex because she had 7 kids, right? So take these conversations home. Take them to your white friends that seem to think that there's a reason all of this happened. The reason this happened, colonization, was greed. That's it. There's no justification. There's no rationale. People wanted something that wasn't theirs. So instead of making peace with the people that were here first, they took what they wanted. And that's been the case ever since a white man stepped foot on this country. It's not going to change unless they're confronted. And I know we should be fearful of some white men because they have proven over and over again to be a little unbalanced. And I love my white allies that are here. I do love my white conspirators, so don't take this personally if you are one of them. But patriarchy, colonization, mostly comprised of white men that have done damage endlessly to this United States. To the natives, to Latinos, to black and brown people across the board. Because they were told this was theirs, that they were entitled to it. And nobody told them different. Because everybody lived in fear that if they did, they would be the ones to die. I get that. That's a real fucking fear. I don't want to confront a white guy who is potentially going to beat me or to, like, harass me for my nativity. That fucking white guy told me that I was going to hell because I'm a sinner because I'm Native. So essentially, I have no way out of this contract because of the fact that I'm Native. I'm just going to hell. Period. Does that make sense to anybody here?
No, that's not.
That's the first thing Matthew said to me when I walked over to Occidental Park from my car today. Hearing those words, realizing that in the early 1800s, early 1900s, my ancestors didn't have video recording, that they didn't have a way to put this shit out on social media to get backup, to get allyship, hurt. Because they had to hear it. And then they had to believe it at one point. Because you can only be told something so many times before you start to feel like it's real. You start to believe like it's true. That you're not worthy of personhood. That you're not worthy of humanhood. So that shit is dangerous. If you see shit like that, confront it. I know it's a pain in the ass. I fucking know Matthew's got his shit. But we don't need it in a protest space, and I know it's really hard to get it gone. In any case, take these white people on, do what you can to confront that shit, because it's killing us still today. As much as we're starting to get some upward mobility, as much as we're starting to see some Native businesses pop up, maybe some Native doctors out there. I just had to replace a therapist. My one request was that they were Native, that they had a history of dealing with complex PTSD, trauma history, addiction, and alcoholism. I couldn't find one. It's not available to me to get a Native therapist who had experience in all of those things. It does not exist in Seattle, Washington, which is a sizable enough city that it should. I don't get to have access to those things because my people are either dying or dead. And the ones that are still alive are fighting for fucking survival on the reservation. So I've probably taken enough time. Colby, you want to come talk?
We're going to share a song real quick.
All right.
We just want to share a blessing song because everyone's blessed every day for being alive and we have our health. And even though we live in this shitty rule by these slave owners, our life's better than 90% of the world's people. We need to recognize that this is very first world problems that we deal with. People don't have clean water on reservations in this country, and they don't have food, and they don't have a lot of things. We're complaining about police brutality, which is a thing, but in a lot of the world, they're being killed for saying anything. And so we're lucky we have our voices, and thankful for everyone for using them. Thank you. This is a blessing song from my cousin Chucky Freiberg from Tulalip, and I just want to share it with you. Oh, 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 hey.
How does it feel to be kettled? How does it feel?
I don't want to see you get locked up.
How does it feel to be kettled, bitch?
Where's
It
this
looks to be in a car while being kettled. You like being kettled?
March is moving! March is moving! Come on.
March is moving!
Did they put a cone on the front of the car? They put a cone on the car.
That's so funny. That was right there is the most you've seen any interaction with the cop car, and it was just them being like, "Fuck you." They put a cone on it, and they didn't smash it, spray paint it, nothing.
I don't even got a banco from the
Alright. Jesus Christ.
I don't know what you've been told. These crazy cats have got to day. Every day. Every day. Every day.
All right, cool. Thank you to everyone for watching today. It's no arrest, as far as I know. Woo! Yeah, no arrest. Yeah, fuck the bike cops. Paw Patrol. So cool. We had a successful, peaceful protest. Thank you, Car Brigade. Thank you, medics. Thank you, Bike Brigade. Thank you, drums. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for marching and keeping it civil and keeping it moving. And yeah, fuck agitators. I know that was really fucking annoying. Holy shit! I wanted to hit that guy. Thank you guys for marching with us. Fuck the police. All right, cool. Same time next week. Marching for Indigenous sovereignty, marching for the land. This is Duwamish land. We're marching to give the land back and to acknowledge the fact that this land was stolen. This was stolen land. This is Duwamish territory, not just Seattle, but all of King County. This is all Duwamish territory. Cool. Thank you, guys. I just want to thank all you guys for being here. It's really weird. Everyone looks around and you don't see any natives, and it's because us Duwamish, we're spread like the wind. There's some in Muckleshoot, there's some in Tulalip, there's some in Puyallup, there's some in Squaxin, there's some in Suquamish. We don't really have a home here in Seattle anymore. There's a Duwamish longhouse, but there's no, as you can see, you can walk around, the people aren't here anymore. It's very rare you see a native person, and I'm thankful for all you guys for being here, supporting Native Action. We're going to try to get our communities more involved, but they're just so separated here as Duwamish people. And I just want to thank all you for being here and supporting the Duwamish. For Colby's support. Awesome. Thank you guys.
You don't gotta stay home, but I don't care if you stay here either. Fuck it. Hang out. Also, just on a side note, I want to shout out Danny real quick again. So Danny, he's in DC right now, and if you guys can help him out, that'd be great. I'm gonna read his Venmo to you real quick. If anyone would like to support Danny while he's in DC, holding Biden accountable. That's his mission. He's holding Biden accountable to the treaties and making sure that our treaties are respected. So if you would like to help Danny out, his Venmo is D8NNY-LECLAIRE-13. Danny-Leclaire-13. And yeah, that would help Danny a lot while he's in DC. Are there any announcements? I know there's usually something going on, so if anybody knows about any events, any upcoming events, now would be a great time to share that.
Hold on, I'll pull up the Instagram that I have that has all the dates.
See if we can find it. Give me a second, folks. There's a whole list. There's a food drive. I think that's happening tomorrow. I'm slow. There we go. Found it. All right, so we had today. Stop the genocide. That's going to be. Oh, that was to happen already. Had March today. There's an announcement about the Gender Justice League that there is financial assistance available for anyone in Seattle who has experienced domestic violence, sexual assault, or exploitation in the sex trade. And this is priority to BIPOC and trans and gender diverse people. Set up a new client meeting at genderjusticeleague.org/safehouse, or come find me after we're done here, and then I will give you more information. There's a From the Heart PNW presents To-Go Hot Meals. That happened today at 12 to 3. Never mind. Tuesday is 2 to 8, and Saturday is 10 to 4. There's a mini pop-up at Thomas Street Mini Park up on Capitol Hill. If you have any mutual aid that you can take up there and donate to that cause, they would be very grateful. There's a camp potluck with Tacoma Housing now on the Tide Flats. That'll be Saturday. Jesus, these all happen today. Fuck. You know what? You came to the right one. I'm just kidding. All right, South Seattle Food and Supply Drive. This one's happening tomorrow. Sunday, January 24th, 12 to 3. They're providing meals and personal protective equipment to houseless individuals. You can email decolonizingpsi@gmail.com for information about volunteering or donation drop-off, or come up and ask me about the information. There's a pop-up on Sunday for mutual aid books. It's at the station tomorrow from 12:30 to 3:30. That's on 1600 Roberta Maestas Festival Street. On January 24th, there's a block up and show up in Bothell. Meet at 7, move at 8. There's a town hall January 28th at 6 p.m. by for SPD manual policy changes. This is probably going to be a very important one for you to show up for if you are indeed fighting the cops and all of their racism against the black and brown bodies. There's a link in the bio. Come up and find me and I can get it to you. Autonomous Action, Black Lives Still Matter. That'll be Cal Anderson Park, 5:30 on January 31st. And that's it for this week. Yeah.
There's also action on January 30th in Bothell. This is going to be a vigil in March for Juan Rene. If you want more information on Juan Rene, you can come and talk to me. But he was a person of color who was murdered by Bothell PD 6 months ago, I believe, and we still have no information on the cops who did it or whether they're still working or anything. So if you want to come join us on January 30th, there will be a march and vigil in Bothell. Thank you.
Can I speak on that too?
at 2 p.m. and that's when we meet, and then we march at 3, and it's at Stuypeck Park. And we're doing it with the Anti-Racist Communities Bothell, and it's my first time helping put together anything, and so I'm just really excited for it. It does happen at the same time as this march here, though, so sorry for trying to poach your protesters. Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you guys for marching with us. This is great.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's also Food Not Bombs. It gives out free food every Saturday from 4:30 to 6:30 at City Hall Park, which is actually not near City Hall. It's not next to City Hall. It's next to the courthouse, but it's called City Hall Park. It's happening right now. And then we also give out free food every Sunday from 4:30 to 6:30 right here at Occidental Park. And then there's also something starting up called Daily Outreach in Teams, or Do It. It's just a daily outreach action. The idea is to have something that's more accessible for people who don't necessarily want to deal with police or large crowds. So if you have some friends who want to plug in, but they are a little bit hesitant to come to a march, it would be a good thing to refer them to. We also sometimes go to marches, like I'm thinking about flyers and stuff, but most days we just do outreach otherwise. And tomorrow it's happening from 12:30 to 3:30. But if you are interested in going to the pop-up at Mutual Aid Books, I'd encourage you to go to that one instead, because it happens every day. And the Twitter is doit_Seattle if you want updates for that. DOIT_Seattle. The march on the 31st is going to be meet at Cal at 5:30 and move at 6:30. The premises is Black Lives Still Matter. It's not a trend, and fuck everything else. So I am heavily encouraging everybody to bring as many of your friends and your family and people that are willing to come out as humanly possible. This is not a direct action march. This is not a march looking for confrontation with the police. We're trying to get as many people out as possible. So bring all your friends, mark the day, it's a Sunday.
All right, thank you. Oh, yeah. That's not working.
Mine works.
You got one that works here?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Hey, I just wanted to say something real quick for all the people saying, like, oh, yo, Trump's out of office, why are you still marching? Or like, hey, Seattle defunded the cops by like 20%, why are you still marching? Like, I think today's real evident, and it shows that we haven't defunded the police at all. That was all just moving money to other departments, and like, literally the only cut that we got was because of COVID. It was going to happen anyways. In fact, we are increasing cop presence on the street right now. For anybody who's wondering why we're out here, we're actively adding more cops to the street, adding more pressure on our own peoples. And you see how they treat an Indigenous march? We are still being colonized to this day. So for anybody that's, if anybody's ever confused or asked you, why are you still out here? Like, yo, we're getting more cops by the minute. And like, yo, the struggle's just getting harder from here, but we ain't gotta lose hope. We gotta keep on pushing, and like, it's gonna be harder, but we got our backs.
Yep. Who's got our backs? We got our backs. Who's got our backs?
We got our backs.
Who's got our backs?
We got our backs.
All right, same time next week, marching for Indigenous sovereignty and Native rights. Thank you.
Reminder, do not speak to the media. They are not our friends.
Right.
Do not talk to Como. Do not talk to CNN. Do not talk to Cairo.
Do not talk to me.
KKK. Como Cairo King. All right, y'all.
And don't
Time for a
talk
meeting
to
to
cops.
discuss some disappointing allies. Thank you all for joining.
What's that bitch, Kamala Cabello, whatever the fuck?
She said Kamala Cabello. Period.
Fuck these racist ass cats! Fuck 12! Alright, Miss Josephine, are you still here? Josephine?
Who?
Miss Josephine? Miss Josephine? Okay.
Hello, babe.
Hi, Miss Josephine.
Yes.
Did you want to say a few words? Yeah. Okay, come on.
You know she do. Period.
Okay, let's go, honey.
I am tired of us Black and Brown Lives Matter being attacked by the police. Why are Black and Brown Lives Matter police? Do they really matter? No. Why are Black and Hispanic police attacking us Black and Brown Lives Matter movement? Why? Why are they against us? They work as slaves for the white supremacists that work for the law enforcement groups. You work as slaves, I'll say it again. You Black and brown people that work for law enforcement groups work for the white supremacists as slaves. How dare y'all go against us and arrest us and attack us? How dare you male officers attack women and manhandle us as trans women, as Black trans women, as Black women, heterosexual, bisexual, and lesbian. And I thank the men for protecting us and fighting with us. But when I saw my brothers and my sisters being attacked, I threw the drum in the street because I had to. It didn't hit them. I just was coming at them, telling them, get off my sisters and my brothers. Period. Periodically. I went through an anxiety attack. Hello. One of my moments. Like, don't attack my Black and Brown Lives Matter sisters. Don't attack my white sisters that are allies that support us. How dare you attack women, law enforcement groups, as male law enforcement. You women, law enforcement groups ought to be ashamed of your fucking self. Alright? For letting these male officers put their hands on us as Black and brown women and as white allies that support us. I feel that no man for law enforcement groups should put their hands when they're arresting women. They should not put their hands on us physically, mentally, or sexually. Period. It's like they get enjoyment and pleasure out of locking trans women up. They get enjoyment and pleasure out of locking heterosexual and lesbian and bisexual women up in the United States of America. Keep your hands off of women. Period. Periodically. Keep your hands off of us women. I do not like a male officer grabbing me by the titty. I do not like a male officer grabbing me by my arm, grabbing me by my legs, or throwing me down to the ground for not attacking them. Just for speaking up for my Black and brown lives, brothers and sisters, and my ally, white brothers and sisters that support us as white allies. How dare you? How dare you attack me? You got a lot of lawsuits against y'all now. You're about to lose your jobs. Because we got your badge numbers, we got your faces, we got your names, we got it all out there for the courts. Photorized, pictured, and filmed. Hello. And your conversations about attacking us as Black and Brown Lives Matter protesters. Period. Periodically. I need to say, white supremacists that are not white allies, your lives don't matter. You attacked the Capitol. You should be in prison and jail right now. But when it comes to Black and Brown Lives Matter, rallying, protesting, and marching in New York City, we are attacked by the police. But when it comes to Donald Trump supporters, or when it comes to Republican supporters, or when it comes to white supremacists attacking Black and brown people, we don't matter, right? Well, we do fucking matter. And we're gonna fight and march until we win. Because we're not taking no shit from the white supremacists that are prejudiced towards us anymore. I may be a light-skinned Puerto Rican white Negro, but let me tell your asses something. I am not pure white, motherfuckers. So stop as white supremacists trying to kiss my ass. I heard y'all talking about Black and Brown Lives Matter in your restaurants. I heard y'all talking about me as a protester, saying I'm crazy. All right, I'm not crazy. I'm very smart and intelligent, and streetwise and street smart and street intelligent. I watch everything that you law enforcement groups do. I listen to everything that you law enforcement groups are up to. I watch and I see, and I learn and I listen. And I tell my Black and Brown Lives Matter sisters and brothers. And I tell my white allies what's going on when I see y'all trying to make a turn towards us.
Come on now.
I don't bite my tongue. I speak the truth. I speak the truth of wisdom. I speak the truth of knowledge. I speak the truth of courage. Because I have courage. I speak the truth for my people as protesters, periodically. I speak the truth about how rapes, torture, molestation, and sexual harassment by law enforcement groups and murders and police brutality needs to stop, even in the correction facilities. I do not blame no Black and Brown Lives Matter inmates for nothing. I blame the law enforcement groups for people being victims in prisons and jails of rape and torture and molestation. I blame the system of Rikers Island. I blame the system of the boat in the Bronx. I blame the system of the bookings. I blame the courthouses for not doing nothing about it. When you listen to our stories and hear our stories, they're harsh, they're sadful, and they're ridiculous what y'all do to us. You know what I mean? But you're not gonna get away with murder no more. White supremacists, you will not get away with murder no more. Because new Democrats are in town. And hopefully they will make a change for all the Black and Brown Lives Matter and all the white allies in our community that support us. Hopefully they will be changed. Change all over the United States of America, not just New York City. Because prejudice and white supremacy needs to go and needs to stop. They need to be locked up in prisons and jails for killing and murdering people. Okay? Why is it that a black man has to be executed or a Hispanic man has to be executed, but when it's a white man, they get to live their lives? White supremacists. Yes. Why is it that innocent lives are taken each and every day and executed? Why is it that innocent lives of Black and Brown Lives Matter are taken in jails and prisons each and every day? Why is it that Black and Brown Lives Matter are taken, their lives are taken by law enforcement groups, NYPD, detectives, all that, each and every day? Why is it that parolees and probation lives are taken every day that are Black and Brown Lives Matter? We need a system that can work for us. All over the United States of America, these systems need to work for us. They need to be trained, educated, knowledgeable. No white supremacists should be working a job nowhere in the United States of America if they're racist. No white supremacists should be working, running a program or agency or organization if they're just about money and clients and services. Okay? No white supremacists will take over the United States of America. Not no more. We're not taking it. We're not having it. We will march. We will rally. We will protest until we win. Justice. I need to stay for my Black and brown trans sisters that have been murdered, Hispanic, biracial, Black, and immigrants. Enough is enough. Trans, Black, and brown lives matter all over
the United States of America. I need to say also for our brothers and sisters, just because they wear a blue bandana, a red bandana, a yellow bandana, or any other type of color bandana, they are human beings too. Treat them civilized and with respect. Because, honey, back in the days, it was different for them. You don't know about them. They were about unity. They were about all that. They were about protecting people, these bandanas. These people are protecting us today as trans Black Lives Matter. These people are protecting black, gay lives, trans lives, and they're protecting heterosexual lives of women, and they're protecting all of our lives as Black and Brown Lives Matter. They're even protecting white allies. So do not judge these fucking bandanas. Okay? Whether they're white, black, or Hispanic. Do not judge the bandanas of blue, red, yellow. Understand it. Know it. Okay? They are not criminals. They are not to be decriminalized. They are people and human beings. They have kids. They have wives. They have husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends. Every life that is a Black and brown life matters, except the police. Law enforcement group, Black and brown lives don't matter. They work for the system. They work for the white supremacists as slaves. When are they going to fucking get it and stop attacking us? When are they going to march and rally with us? Hello? Come together. They're just in the uniform with a badge, so they think they're better than us. Hello? Come together. And they're no better than us because they got a badge and a uniform. I need to tell you that the blue uniforms of law enforcement groups and the white uniforms and the black uniforms of law enforcement groups don't matter. We matter as Black and Brown Lives Matter. In our black outfits, in our brown outfits, in our white outfits, okay, in our purple outfits, in our red outfits, blue outfits, or any uniform color that we wear as Black and Brown Lives protesters, because our lives matter. Hello. So I need to end with this. No justice, no peace. Fuck these racist ass police. No justice, no peace. I also need to say, fuck Donald Trump Towers. Fuck Donald Trump Towers. Fuck Donald Trump Towers. Fuck Donald Trump Towers. And fuck Donald Trump and every Republican elected official that's in the House right now. Joe Biden, we hope.
KV, we're good on YouTube. I have mods there.
And we hope that you will come out here to New York and march with us. Letitia James, we hope that you will come out here in your mask and march with us. Benjamin Bryan, as an African black man, we hope that you will come out here and march with us. Yes, Benjamin Bryan, this is Josephine, you know me well, and I'm speaking to tell you to come out here and march with us. Period. Also, Bill Perkins, you say you support the trans community, support Black and Brown Trans Lives Matter. Period. Come march out here with us, Bill Perkins. What's your man? Corey Johnson as a white man, gay white man, coming out here. You need to come out here and march with us if you say you support the trans community. Because trans, Black and Brown Lives Matter is inclusive, Corey Johnson. We need to ask all you elected officials as Democrats and Republicans that say that you support us as Black and Brown Lives Matter and that say you support the trans community. Also, you need to put an inclusive in there. Inclusive of trans and Black and Brown Lives Matter. I end with that.
We're gonna hold space for 1 minute to whoever megaphone this is. Can you come get it? I want everybody to put their fists up and take their lights out. We're gonna have a 1 minute moment of silence for Dustin Higgs, and then we will disperse.
Everybody take out your cell phones, put it on bright. Since it's too windy for a candle. Frozen everywhere.
Wow, I got it. Oh, no.
give him a burning sensation. He had a painful death, something that he did not do. So we shall sit here. I think y'all can do that. We'll stand here, I guess, for 18 seconds. Nah, a little bit longer. We're going to stand here for 1 more minute. And remember it. I want you guys to close your eyes. I'm going to have them open, so nothing's going to happen. Close your eyes and remember him. Remember his faith. Remember that he was a man before he was an inmate. And he was human. And he took his humanity away from him. Think about all of our other incarcerated brothers and sisters who are still in jail. Think about what we still need to fight for. Think about what you can do in this fight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
Thank you.
A beautiful night for a beautiful man. Remember his name, Dustin Higgs.
Dustin Higgs.
Turns are down that way. Turns are down that way. Thank you. I think it's like the A, something.
Yeah, everybody make some noise for the bikers! Make some noise for the medics! Make some noise for the skateboarders! Everybody make some noise for Ella! This was a Black Youth-led march! Black Youth-led march! Make some noise for Ella! Make some noise for all the organizers who came out in support tonight! Make some noise for the Black trans organizers who kept the march alive! Everybody get home safe! We love you! We love you!
Love you!
What a beautiful march, you guys. What a beautiful march.
That's awesome. Yo, thank you.
Yo,
you from Detroit, beloved? Hi, yo. Love. Y'all from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
My homegirl be watching you from Vegas.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and they told me, like, oh, they're going to be out there. Keep an eye. I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, my homegirl's from Vegas, and then she put me on to you. I saw this.
Oh, yeah, that's what gave it away?
Yes. It's like Rose something.
Rose and Devo.
Yeah. I gotta follow you when I get back. They just sent me like a message that you were out here.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Good stuff. You got people all over watching you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Seriously, we're trying to spread the message for everybody.
Yeah, thank y'all, beloved. Yeah, we
we're
really
so
do
glad that we
appreciate
got the opportunity to come in and amplify
been amazing,
New York.
seriously.
I mean, this is insane. The march on Thursday tonight, I mean, this is insane.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
You do amazing work.
Awesome. Thank you. Y'all are always welcome here. We all about community, family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we
definitely
appreciate
got
the
that.
work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna follow you. So if I ever do like hit Portland for any type of protest, I definitely I like to link and shit that way. I never walk into a house without announcing myself, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how I like to do. You know what I'm saying? It's all about community and connecting. You know what I'm saying?
You guys took care of us so well. Like,
Thank you.
So really welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Awesome. Yeah. Do you have Amanda with you?
No. All right. Hey guys. Hey, what's up, dude? Where do I get one of those unfuck the world movies? I want one so bad.
I know that one of the photographers is yeah, it's over there.
Okay, I mean, I think we're alright, but yeah.
And also, I'm freezing.
Could walk over. I think it'll be a better train.
Okay, let's just follow Fizzles. Let's follow Fizzles.
Esta mexicana les da frío.
Fucking freezing. There's a stop right there, but I think
It doesn't matter. Whatever you think is best, we'll do that. Alright, let's go. Should we kill the stream?
Yeah. All right, guys. I love you so much.
All right,
We'll see you
guys.
on the next stream.
Thanks for being here, guys. We're gonna kill the stream now. I hope everybody got a really great vibe of, the New York March, and I think this is an amazing march. I had a really great time, and I really got a lot. I feel like I got a lot out of it. I really hope that you guys did too. We've never covered a end the death penalty march or anything like that before, so you know, this was a really great experience. We will be. Go ahead. I'll walk. We will be. I don't know if we'll be back live in a little bit. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. We're gonna get back to our place and kind of regroup and figure it all out. So thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you guys around. Where do I get one of those?
Yeah, for sure. We keep each other safe.
Bro, I'm from Mexico. This shit's too close for me.
You guys, the energy outside tonight was amazing. The comments in the chat were not so good, but if you guys want to say one more fuck you to Trump Tower before we take off, now's your chance.
Fuck Trump.